Good morning. Thank you very much, Ambassador, and thank you very much, South Africa, for the principled and historic position in support of the Sahrawi people. Indeed, it's a very positive and encouraging note to begin with, recalling the state visit undertaken by President Ibrahim Ghali, the President of the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, to the brotherly Republic of South Africa. We will not take that much of your time. Someone has already wasted much of your time. But as the occasion, we've taken note of the resolution adopted today by the Security Council, whereby the Council renewed the mandate of the United Nations Mission for the Referendum in Western Sahara. In this resolution, the Security Council recalls and reaffirms all its previous resolutions on the question of Western Sahara, as well as its commitment to assist the two parties, the Frente Polisario and Morocco, to achieve a peaceful, lasting solution that will provide for the self-determination of the people of Western Sahara, while recognizing the important role played by MINURSO on the ground and the need for the mission to fully fulfill its mandate, which, as you may recall, is the holding of a free and fair referendum for the people of Western Sahara. Nevertheless, the Security Council has once again failed to empower the mission with the practical and concrete measures to enable it to implement its mandate as established in Security Council Resolution 690 of 1991. The continued inaction of the Security Council in the face of the aggressive and persistent attempts by the occupying state of Morocco to obstruct and undermine the mandate of MINURSO and to forcibly impose a fait accompli in the occupied territories of the Sahrawi Republic leaves the Sahrawi people with no other option but to continue and intensify the legitimate armed struggle to defend our inalienable and non-negotiable right to self-determination and independence. In this context, the Frente Polisario recalls its decision of the 30th of October 2019 to reconsider its engagement in the peace process as a whole and wants to strongly and unequivocally affirm that it will not participate in any peace process based on any approach that deviates in both form and substance from the United Nations, the Organization of the African Unity Settlement Plan, which is the raison d'etre of MINURSO and the basis of its mandate, or seeks to override the United Nations' recognized legal nature of the issue of Western Sahara as a decolonization issue. Now, while reiterating our commitment to contribute constructively to the United Nations efforts and to the African efforts to achieve a peaceful and lasting solution to the decolonization of Western Sahara, the Frente Polisario equally reaffirms strongly that the Sahrawi people will continue using all legitimate means, including the armed struggle, to defend our inalienable and non-negotiable right to self-determination and independence, and to restore the sovereignty of over the entire territory of the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic. Allow me now just to say a few paragraphs in Arabic for our Arabic-speaking colleagues. أخذنا علم بقرار مجلس الأمن الأخير رقم 2658 الذي قرر مجلس الأمن بموجبه تمديد ولاية بعثة الأمم المتحدة للاستفتاء في الصحراء الغربية. نص القرار يشير ويؤكد جميع القرارات التي يتخذها مجلس الأمن فيما يتعلق بالصحراء الغربية، كما أكد التزامه بمساعدة طرفي النزاع الجبهة الشعبية لتحرير الساقية الحمراء ووادي الذهب والمغرب على التوصل إلى حل عادل ودائم يكفل لشعب الصحراء الغربية حقه في تقرير المصير، مع الاعتراف بالدور المهم الذي تلعبه بعثة الأمم المتحدة لاستتباب الصحراء الغربية MINURSO على أرض الميدان، وكذلك اعترافه بضرورة قيام البعثة بتنفيذ ولايتها كاملة. ومع ذلك وكما أشرت فإن مجلس الأمن قد فشل مرة أخرى في تمكين المينورسو بخطوات عملية من أجل استكمال تنفيذ الولاية التي قررها مجلس الأمن في قراره 690. وبالتالي فإن استمرار تقاعس مجلس الأمن في مواجهة المحاولات العدوانية والمتواصلة من جانب دولة الاحتلال المغربي لعرقلة وتقويض ولاية المينورسو ولفرض الأمر الواقع بالقوة في المناطق الصحراوية المحتلة لا يترك للشعب الصحراوي أي خيار آخر سوى مواصلة وتصعيد وتكثيف حدة الكفاح المسلح المشروع للدفاع عن حقوقنا غير القابلة للتصرف وغير القابلة للمساومة في تقرير المصير والاستقلال. وفي هذا السياق تذكر جبهة البوليساريو بقرارها المؤرخ 30 أكتوبر 2019 بخصوص إعادة النظر في مشاركتها في عملية السلام ككل، وتؤكد من جديد وبقوة وبشكل قاطع أنها لن تشارك في أي عملية سلام تستند إلى أي مقاربة تنحرف شكلا ومضمونا عن خطة التسوية المشتركة بين الأمم المتحدة ومنظمة الوحدة الإفريقية التي هي سبب وجود بعثة الأمم المتحدة للاستفتاء في الصحراء الغربية المينورسو وأساس ولايتها، أو تسعى إلى تجاوز الطبيعة القانونية لمسألة الصحراء الغربية المعترف بها من قبل الأمم المتحدة كمسألة تصفية استعمار. وفي الأخير إذ تعيد جبهة البوليساريو التزامها بالمساهمة البناءة في إيجاد حل سلمي وعادل وداعٍ لإنهاء الاستعمار من الصحراء الغربية وفقا لمبادئ الشرعية الدولية وقرارات الأمم المتحدة والاتحاد الإفريقي ذات الصلة، فإنها تؤكد من جديد أيضا بأن الشعب الصحراوي سيستمر في استخدام كل الوسائل المشروعة بما فيها الكفاح المسلح من أجل الدفاع عن حقوقنا غير القابلة للتصرف في تقرير المصير والاستقلال واستعادة السيادة على كامل ربوع التراب الوطني، تراب الجمهورية العربية الصحراوية الديمقراطية. Now, back to you for any questions that you may have on our statement.
Ambassador Omar, good to see you. Sherwin Bryce, South African Broadcasting. 13 members of this council voted for a resolution that doesn't really explicitly talk about a referendum anymore. It talks about emphasizing the need to achieve a realistic, practicable, enduring and mutually acceptable political solution to the question of Western Sahara based on negotiations. There seems to be a deviation. The Kenyan ambassador mentioned this. You are losing support in this council. How do you correct course here?
Well, let me first start by saying that the resolution adopted by the Security Council today, 2558, renewed the mandate of the United Nations Mission for the Referendum in Western Sahara. And the first preamble paragraph of this resolution recalls and reaffirms all Security Council resolutions on Western Sahara. Indeed, what we have referred to and was referred to by the Permanent Representative of Kenya, and by the way, I take this occasion to express our gratitude and thanks to the Republic of Kenya and to the Russian Federation for their abstention, which indeed sends a strong message to all of those who seek to indeed deviate this process from the commonly agreed course, which is that of implementing fully the mandate of the United Nations Mission for the Referendum in Western Sahara. Indeed, we have legitimate concerns regarding this resolution. It adds more layers of confusion to what's already there, but we stay with the fundamentals, that the Council has renewed, as I said, the mandate of a mission called the United Nations Mission for the Referendum in Western Sahara. Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Omar. Edith Lederer from the Associated Press. The Moroccan ambassador was talking about the need for all parties to get around a table again to restart talks. Do you see this as a possibility under the current circumstances and the terms of the resolution, or do you foresee more of a stalemate as there has been on this issue for decades?
Well, thank you very much. I will not comment on what the gentleman who spoke to you previously, who, by the way, seems to have come to the wrong place, because the issue on the agenda of the Council is the situation concerning Western Sahara, le Sahara Occidental, el Sahara Occidental or Sahara al-Gharbiyya. He was talking about some other Sahara, so he should have been reminded next time, by the way, to go to where he can talk about what he wants to talk. As the text of the resolution is very clear as to the guidelines provided by the Council as to this, the position of the Frente Polisario is as follows. We are committed to the peace process and to entering into negotiations, direct negotiations with the occupying state of Morocco, the other party to this conflict, in line with relevant resolutions of the United Nations and of the African Union. If there is any talk about any other arrangements involving someone else, of course I am not here to talk on behalf of anybody else, but the Frente Polisario's position is very clear. And as called upon us by the Security Council to enter into negotiations without preconditions, in good faith, to achieve the ultimate goal of the peace process, which is enabling the Sahrawi people to exercise freely and democratically their right to self-determination. If the occupying state of Morocco is willing to engage directly, the Frente Polisario is ready to engage in this process under the auspices of both the United Nations and the African Union. If the occupying state of Morocco and whoever supports it want to waste the United Nations' time and make us wait for other 30 years to have a situation getting worse day by day, then the Frente Polisario, as I said, very clearly and unequivocally will not participate in any process that deviates in both form and substance from the mutually agreed settlement plan approved by the Security Council, as you all remember unanimously, by its resolution 658 and 690. Yes.
Does it mean that the Polisario refuses any role of Algeria in this round table?
The Frente Polisario does not comment on the positions of any member state of the United Nations. Yes, please.
I have a question regarding the United States, which is a country who's the pen holder of this resolution. I've heard the remarks of the U.S. representative today in the Security Council. He talked about the political situation. He acknowledged and he said good things about the plan of the autonomy that Morocco is trying to promote. Do you think that the United States as a pen holder is still fair and impartial after these remarks?
Thank you very much. What I will say first is that by making a proclamation 2 years ago regarding the so-called sovereignty of Western Sahara, the United States of America has shifted from its position of neutrality to that of lack of neutrality. This is a fact. Nevertheless, the United States of America is the pen holder, as you said, working on this file. It's been working, as far as we know, with other interlocutors. But as I said last year, right here, asked about the United Nations' role on all of this, and I said that, as the saying goes, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. We are still waiting for concrete actions by the current US administration to really push this process towards solution. A process that's genuine, credible, and viable. And we have not seen that, unfortunately, forthcoming from the United States of America.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and have a lovely day.